Yo, and welcome to Shooting the Soil. Today we're bringing you the June 3rd update on the garden. But before we do the garden tour, as always, let's dive into the soil and see what it looks like under the microscope.
Alright, so here we have two nematodes in the same frame. It's the biggest change that I've noticed since I've added, this is right after the third dose of a compost extract, and I purchased a BioComplete compost, that is. And yeah, very, very excited to see more nematodes when at the beginning of the season I hardly saw any whatsoever. And I'm seeing at least 10 times more in all my samples. Would like to see a little bit more fungi, but we'll be patient on that for now and keep on working on it. Now let's head outside and see how things are looking above ground.
Alright, so here's the lower bed with our cucumbers and peppers. Peppers are doing a little bit better. Here's the best one here. Starting to go. As long as I get one nice pepper, so I can at least save some seeds for next year, I'll be happy with the pepper investment. Cucumbers are starting to go. Yay, market more cucumbers. Market more 76 cucumbers, I believe these are. Pretty sure that's the right number. So they're looking nice. Over here we got the lilies in full bloom. And moving on, chives, looking very nice. Plenty of chives. Here's the tomatoes. We got a couple of green ones forming down here. Nice little cluster. And as well over here. Hopefully the chipmunks and other critters don't eat those before they're ripe. Alright. Artichoke hanging in there. And our zucchinis are flowering and growing very nice, looking nice and green. Alright. Another artichoke hanging in there, doing alright, looking good. Our store-bought onions that sprouted and we planted over here are doing okay. This one doesn't seem all that happy, but they're growing.
And here's Lilu in slow-mo jumping over a bush after she goes after a chipmunk. Good girl.
Moving on to the cherry tomatoes. Looking very nice and healthy, starting to grow upwards. Hopefully we can make it up to the top here. I think we can do it. Alright, moving on. And these artichokes are much bigger and happier over here in this bed. Some broccoli up front. Or not broccoli, I mean kale up front. And the wildflowers are really starting to sprout. Finding I have to water this bed a little bit more than the others. It's not quite as deep. And we got some nice wildflowers. And it looks like our strawberry is flowering again. Hopefully we'll get some strawberries and the chipmunks won't eat them all. Thai basil starting to grow nice. Purple basil is in flower, but still tasting pretty good. Here's a Swiss chard looking lovely. And the peas are cranking away. One of the walking onions starting to grow more onions on top. Starting to tip over and walk. And here's the compost pile. Looking good. Hope it starts doing a little bit more composting, a little quicker. That's one problem with the Sioux bioreactor, is it's not the quickest means of composting, but definitely one of the easiest. And I can't complain because my compost pile does not smell like it did last year. Alright, now bringing you inside. Our lettuce is doing really nice. Not much for the basil yet. And we got some mustard greens, but our spinach doesn't want to sprout. And over there we got some arugula and some more mustard greens, doing alright. But definitely the spinach is doing the best. But the beet greens and the arugula seem to like it, but not the spinach. Same thing down here. So I think we might try something else other than the spinach in here. See if that likes this indoor bed a little bit better. But yep, that's the update on inside.
And that's my June 3rd, 2022 update on the garden. Don't forget to hit those buttons if you would be so kind, and we'll catch you on the next one.